We're only, 6-7 games into the Mets season. And Greg said that Rojas probably will not make it to the end of the season. Now, I'm not saying that's a wild take. So let me know your take. What is your reason for that? I'm not saying that it's like a ridiculous take, but it is something I wasn't expecting this early. So what do you think? Why? Why is that?
I think it's an extension of how he managed last year, or even 5 games in, you're seeing patterns that you're like, what are we doing here? How he's managed the bullpen already is like, he gives me Joe Girardi vibes of how he managed the bullpen. I will forever blame Joe Girardi for ruining Dellin Betances' career.
Stop it.
Absolutely, 100%. Overuse. No, he wasn't. How can he?
Was he injury prone? I don't think he was
injury prone until Joe Girardi was at the helm.
He was healthy most of his.
He was never on a team.
Career.
Wait, he was never on a team. He started his career when Joe Girardi was at the helm.
But what I'm saying is, even in the minor leagues, he wasn't injury prone. Right? It took him a while because they kept experimenting with him as a starter, and he wasn't really a starter.
He also wasn't as big either, though.
In what sense?
Like, yeah.
In terms of with like, he was always even if you look at it, because I know one of my coaches at the travel high school level was his coach at the same level, and he was a tall, skinny guy.
When he was at Grand Street,
high school. When he was at Grand Street,
we played against each other for 4 summers in a row. So I remember him very well. And he always had some side. He always threw hard. He was throwing 92 at like 16. But he had some control issues. But my point, going back to Rojas, because we kind of getting off track here. His way of managing a pen, the way that he kind of. I think he plays a role in giving away some of DeGrom's games, which we're going to get into. And how he manages the lineup. There's just certain things that you see as an avid baseball watching. You're like, that doesn't make sense. Why are we doing this? What are we doing here? Like and he comes from a great baseball background. You know, the Alou family.
Moses Alou's brother?
Yes, he is.
I think it's his brother.
Moses.
But you would expect him to have a better feel for the game and a better idea of how to because they say he was a player's manager, but I don't get that vibe from him at all. And I just don't think he's playing himself into a position where he should keep his job.
You know why he's not a player's manager, first of all? We're, again, 5 games into the year, and we've seen him bench Jeff McNeil in Game 3, bat him 7th, and now we've seen Michael Conforto, who's been the 3-hitter, the consensus 3-hitter, even before the lineup projections were even announced. Now he goes down to 6 immediately. Players don't – I mean, every player is different, but players don't love when you mess with the order so early, right? And you kind of get out of your – first of all, it shows you don't have a plan. So that early in the season, I get the Conforto struggling.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page. You got it, bro.
I get it. I get that Conforto struggle. By the way, thank you for specifying that Greg was your brother. I know – the viewers would have had such a hard time figuring that one out.
Hey, you never know who tunes in and when.
We could be cousins.
We could be on the radio also.
Yeah.
Hey. Nah, I cover all bases. I cover all bases. But no pun intended. But I disagree with the part that you mentioned about Conforto. That move to me is necessary. If you watch because it's not about the timing, more so that it's the quality of the ABs. In every AB I've watched of Conforto, he looks overmatched. Pitches that he would hit last year when he was at his best, which is like about middle in and low, he is missing. I watched him swing over too many of these fastballs. And it's not even like he's getting breaking pitches that he's missing. These are fastballs inside, middle in, that he usually crushes and deposits into right field, whether it's out in the stands or somewhere in the finding green space in right field. He's not doing
the gap. Right.
Yeah, not even a gap. No, I'm not even talking about the gap. I'm just talking about like
just base hits.
Pulling, it's pulling the ball because those pitches inside he would make contact with. That's the reason why people think that we should pay him, because he has a sweet swing and he has the kind of ability that balls like that pitchers miss, he will. I shouldn't say just destroy, but he will do something with it, and he hasn't done that. And I think as a manager, Rojas did the right thing, moving him out of the 3 spot, because there's a lot of pressure in having to deliver in the 3 spot, especially when he's coming to situations. A lot of these situations that he's come into are runners in scoring position, and he is not.